Devanam Achyuta Tatha. Among the lords, among the gods, Achyuta means Krishna. He is the greatest. Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. Among the Vaishnavas, who is greatest? Lord Shiva is the greatest. Puranam Idam Tatha. And amongst all kinds of literatures or Puran, Idam means Srimad Bhagavatam. That word comes in the Bhagavatam. Ninnaganam Yatha Ganga. Devanam Achyuto Tatha. Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. Puranam Idam Tatha. So as devotees, we should always remember these four things are very, very important. They have a great importance in Kali Yuga. Mother Ganga, Lord Krishna, amongst greatest of the Vaishnavas, Lord Shiva, and the fourth is Srimad Bhagavatam itself. Now one may think that in the 10th canto of the Bhagavatam, Krishna himself sends Uddhav to understand who is the highest devotee and what is the greatest conception of bhakti. And therefore Krishna sends Uddhav to Vrindavan. And when Uddhav comes to Vrindavan, he sees and meets the gopis, and he sees that the gopis' love is incomparable. It cannot be measured, it cannot be imitated, it cannot be also emulated. There is nothing you can do about gopis' love. That is their love for Krishna. Now Bhagavatam 10th canto, it is describing the glories of the love of gopis, and it establishes the gopis' love of Krishna as the highest. And the 12th canto, it is explaining the greatest devotee of the Lord is Lord Shiva. How can that be possible? So this question was asked to Srila Prabhupada. How can the gopis also be great? And how can Lord Shiva be the greatest of all the devotees? And we can understand that Radharani is the greatest of all devotees of Krishna. Srila Prabhupada answered it very, very beautifully. He says, in the material world, Lord Shiva is the greatest personality. And in the spiritual world, gopis are the greatest personality. But when the gopis appear to perform pastimes with Krishna, during that time, in the material world, the gopis are the greatest personality. Because gopis don't appear in every millennium. Krishna does not appear in every millennium. He appears once in a day of Brahma. And in one day of Brahma, there are 1,000 cycles of Satya, Kali, Dwapar, Treta. Satya, Treta, Dwapar and Kali Yuga. And in that, Krishna appears himself only once. And it is during that time gopis appear. Otherwise, they are only in the spiritual world. So only when the gopis appear, they are the greatest. Otherwise, Lord Shiva is the greatest of all personalities amongst the devotees of Krishna. Why? Because he is constantly meditating. In fact, in Sankhya Yoga, it is explained that there are three kinds of tattvas. One is the Jiva tattva, one is the Vishnu tattva, and one is Shiva tattva. Jiva tattvas are those living entities who are technically conditioned, like all of us. We are Jivas. We can never become Vishnu. We can never become Shiva. A Jiva can at most come to the platform of Brahma, but he cannot become either of them. Vishnu is the eternally, it's actually the form of Lord himself, and all the various incarnations that comes in Vishnu tattva. Now that tattva which is neither Jiva and which is neither Vishnu, that intermediate is called as Shiva tattva. In Vishnu tattva there are millions of incarnations of the Lord. In Jiva tattva there are millions and billions of living entities. And in Shiva tattva there is only Lord Shiva and his expansion as the Rudra. So the mood of Lord Shiva is basically performing thankless tasks. We hear in the Samudra Manthan pastime how Lord Shiva drank the poison. Whenever you read Bhagavatam, you will never hear Lord Shiva's pastimes in a very constructive way. Somewhere either the demons are involved wherever Lord Shiva is involved, or some kind of crisis management. Now what kind of Vaishnava will just appear for the sake of poison? All the gods and the asuras who had assembled for the manthan, they came to take gifts. And everybody got something. The only personality who appeared for nothing in return but to facilitate gifts for others was Lord Shiva, because he took the poison for the sake of everyone. And therefore, Lord Chaitanya in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, with 5 mouths it is described, he glorifies Lord Shiva. What does it mean, 5 mouths? 5 mouths मतलब इतनी स्तुति कर रहे हो कि आप एक मुंह से बोलने में आप संतुष्ट नहीं होते, आपको बोलते ही जाना, you want to continuously speak more and more and more and more, you want to glorify more and more. That is called 5 mouths. Lord Chaitanya glorifies Lord Shiva, that this person is so great that for the sake of others he drank poison. So how much pleasure the Lord derives when some devotee, for the sake of some other people, he takes inconvenience. That we see. So that is Lord Shiva. Just as we saw in the past time, Daksha felt offended because Lord Shiva did not appear civilized. We see as Vaishnavas, all of us, we are nicely dressed. We have nice tilak, we have nice kantimala. But Shiva is a different kind of Vaishnava. His dressing style is slightly different. Instead of kantimala, he has snakes. Instead of your nursing kavach and Jagannath kavach, he has skulls with the snake. And he does not have a tilak which is like that. He does not have any appearance as a Vaishnava, but he is the greatest Vaishnava. So Prabhupada says we cannot judge Vaishnavas by appearance, because by appearance Lord Shiva will never be a Vaishnava. Although such a big and important personality, Lord Shiva is very, very innocent by nature. I will cut short because we don't have much time with some 2 pastimes. It is explained how much Lord Shiva is in love with Lord Vishnu. In the Ramayana this pastime comes. Now you all have heard about the breaking of the bow during the Swayamvar which Janak Maharaj had. Some of you may not know the pastime, some of you may know it also. How did the bow come to Janak Maharaj in the first place? It is explained that once Narad Muni, as usual, was glorifying Narayan, 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 and he was chanting like that. And Lord Indradev, he was glorifying Mahadev, Mahadev, Mahadev. Mahadev means the greatest amongst the Devatas. That is Mahadev. So an argument began with Indra and Narad Muni. So Indra said, why are you constantly glorifying Narayan, Narayan, Narayan? It is Mahadev who is the greatest of all personalities. So Narad Muni said, no, it's not like that. It is Narayan who is the source of everything and he is the greatest of all personalities. So both of them started arguing, and Indra said, okay, if you believe that Vishnu is the greatest, why don't you invite him to fight with Lord Shiva? So he said, I have no problem. They said, okay, you go and invite Lord Vishnu and I will invite Lord Shiva. He said, why should I invite Lord Vishnu? I am convinced he is the greatest. I don't want the proof. You have to set the stage. You have to invite Vishnu. Somehow Indra says, no, you are glorifying him, you are more close, why don't you invite? So Narad Muni, he goes to Vishnu and he requests that there was an argument between me and Indradev. and he has requested you to participate in a fight with Lord Shiva to prove your supremacy. So Vishnu is surprised. He says, Shiva wants to fight with me? Shiva? My devotee? He has any doubt? Said, well, no problem. If my devotee calls for that, I will come to please him. I will offer a good fight. Now here, Indra goes to invite Lord Shiva for the fight. So when Indra goes to Kailash Parvat, Nandi sees Indra. And he is shocked. Indra? In Kailash? This Bhogi? Because he is a pure sense enjoyer. This is not a place for sense enjoyer. This was meditation. What are we doing here, Indra? So Indra said, I have come to meet Lord Shiva. So Nandi is surprised. What work could he have? He said, do you want to kill someone? Is somebody threatening your position? He said, no, I just want to meet Lord Shiva. So Nandi is not convinced. So Nandi goes and informs Lord Shiva that Indra has come to meet you. And Lord Shiva is surprised. He has come to Kailash Parvat to meet me. What is the matter? Has some demon attacked? But it's not in my knowledge. There seems to be no problem. And Indra is not known for meditation and tapasya. How is he coming here? But out of great request of Indra, Lord Shiva then appears to him. He says, my dear Indra, tell me what is the problem. He says that I had an argument with Narad on who is supreme, whether you or whether Vishnu. And so I requested that both of you have a fight and prove your supremacy. I am your eternal servant, Lord Shiva. Please prove yourself for my sake. So Lord Shiva, he immediately looks at Indra and he starts laughing. He said, are you mad? My entire strength which I get is from Lord Vishnu. And he is my eternal master. He said, no, but you are very powerful. You have performed so many pastimes. You have done so many things, and he glorifies Lord Shiva so much. So he says, okay, for me it is a great opportunity that I can meet Vishnu and I can see him, and therefore I will come and I will offer a great fight. But how will we fight? I cannot fight in ordinary ground. So Lord Shiva invited Vishwakarma to construct a bow which should be of certain dimensions and certain powers it should have, and so many other things. So that bow was constructed, and then Indra went to Narad and said, Vishnu cannot fight with Sudarshan Chakra. He has to fight with also bow, because otherwise there will be different instruments. So another bow was also made for Lord Vishnu. So there were two bows. Now when both of them came to fight with each other in that arena, the moment Lord Shiva saw Vishnu, he got mad in ecstasy. And he started rolling in the ground and started chanting Vishnu, 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 and started going. And Indra was shocked. He said, Lord Shiva, I invited you for fight, ye kya chal raha hai? You are rolling in ecstasy. This is not for what you have been called. So Lord Shiva is in ecstasy, and Vishnu also reminds him, you have to fight, you have to fight. So then eventually Lord Shiva and Vishnu fight. And then the story goes. Obviously who wins is clearly known. But that bow of Lord Shiva was later passed on to the ancestors of Janak Maharaj. So here we see that how Lord Shiva, this pastime comes in the Ramayana if you have read it. How Lord Shiva is so eager to offer himself in service to the Supreme Lord. There are many other pastimes of Mohini Murti pastimes also. We'll hear more about Lord Shiva and Pipalkoti, some other pastimes also. I'll speak about this place of Kedarnath, how this place came into being. Basically, after the Mahabharat war, what had happened was Krishna requested the Pandavas that since you have killed so many of your family members and your gurus, you must go and take blessings from Lord Shiva to be freed from the sins of the sinful reactions you have acquired in the course of your fight. So the Pandavas, they come to meet Lord Shiva in Varanasi, that is known as Kashi. So when Lord Shiva comes to know, he gets scared. He sees that there is so much of sinful reactions on the Pandavas, and how can I handle that much? It's beyond me. They have killed the entire, wiped off more than 1 billion people. Who will take care of that much sin? That's not my capacity. But how can I directly deny them? They are coming by Krishna's recommendation. They are devotees of Krishna. So I will be in a big trouble. So Lord Shiva, when he sees the Pandavas are arriving at Kashi, he runs away from Kashi, which is in the central part of India, and he runs towards the Himalayas. And in the Himalayas, he hides himself in a place which is known today as Gupta Kashi, which you must have seen on the way. You must have seen the road. The name is Gupta Kashi because Kashi Vishwanath is Lord Shiva. He hid himself here. Therefore it is called as Gupta Kashi, the hidden Kashi. So Lord Shiva hid here. Now Bhim, somehow he came to know that Lord Shiva has ran to the Himalayas because he does not want to take care of your reaction. So Bhim said, that is not possible. We have to take blessings from him and he has to take care of our sinful reaction. Different kind of relation, forced handing of reaction. So Bhim, he came in this direction and started scouting in the entire Himalayan mountain range. So when Lord Shiva saw that Bhim is totally determined to find him, so Lord Shiva took the form of a bull. And there were many bulls and cows which were grazing. So Lord Shiva hid amongst many of the bulls and he was also grazing here. So it is explained that Bhim, he expanded his body and he put one foot on one mountain and another foot on another mountain, and Bhima was just seeing all the bulls very carefully. Because he came to know that Lord Shiva will be hiding as a bull. And there he saw a very, very special bull who was not actually grazing like the other bulls. See, Lord Shiva is innocent by nature. Although he takes the form of some other animal, he forgets to do the activities of that animal. You have to exactly behave like a bull. Graze grass and do whatever a bull does. Lord Shiva was not doing that. He just took an external form and he was like, just like an innocent thief. Just by his movements you can come to know he is a thief. So Bhim notices him and he starts running towards that bull. And Lord Shiva sees that Bhim is coming. Now I have to take the reaction. So what Lord Shiva does is, he suddenly sinks himself inside the ground. But when he hides himself, he does not realize that certain parts of his body were still above the ground. So the hump of Lord Shiva is what is now known as Kedarnath. The hump of that bull, that is Kedarnath. The navel of that bull is known as Madhya Maheshwar. The hands of the front limbs which were in the mountains is known as Tunganath. The face of the bull is known as Rudranath. The hair or the jata of the bull, whatever little hair is there, that was known as Kalpeshwar. So these are known as Pancha Kedar. So 5 deities of Kedar, and among them the hump is the most powerful, the most famous and popular. So here when you are going to take darshan, it is just a linga, but not a typical linga which you have seen well furnished or polished. It's just like a stone, like a hump when you see. And the head of that bull, what happened was Bhim then actually took him out. He held him and he took him out. Please bless us. So the face, the head of that bull is in Nepal, known as Pashupatinath. So this is just an immediate pastime of the place of Kedarnath. There are many other pastimes about the innocent nature of Lord Shiva. Once Lord Shiva went to Vrindavan. He was in Kailash. And he saw Parvati was dressing herself so nicely and beautifully. So he asked Parvati, why are you dressing so nicely? She said, today is Ras Leela and I have to participate in the Ras Leela. So Parvati says, so Lord Shiva says, oh, I have heard so much about the Ras Leela. Today I also want to come. So Parvati says, it's not possible. Because in Ras Leela the only male is Krishna and the rest are female. And you are not even a normal male. So how can you come? It's not possible. So Lord Shiva says, no, I want to come. I have heard so much. At least once I want to see my Lord. How he does that. So Parvati says, it's just not possible the way it is constructed. Anyways, I am getting late and Parvati leaves. So Lord Shiva is thinking now how to go. So he decides that he will dress himself as a beautiful gopi. So Lord Shiva does an entire makeup of the gopi and he dresses himself so beautifully that ordinarily he himself could not make out that he is Lord Shiva, but anybody else would be able to identify. Only because he dressed himself so nicely, he just forgot to remove the moon on his head, which is the trademark of Lord Shiva. So that is the innocence. So he comes to Vrindavan and he tries to enter the Ras Leela arena. He is dressed like a gopi with gopi dots and all that, with pile oil, everything. But he has not removed the jata and the crescent moon. So when he is entering, some of the gopis try to stop him. Immediately Krishna notices, Hare, Shivji aa gaya. So Krishna indicates through his eyes to the gopis, don't stop him, let him come. So Lord Shiva enters the Ras Leela arena. Now he is not aware, and all the gopis notice, Hare, Mahadev, Mahadev, Shivji, Mahadev. And there is a whisper amongst 1 billion gopis that Lord Shiva has come. And to 1 billion gopis, Krishna indicates through his eyes that just don't identify him. Let him feel that nobody has known him. And then Lord Krishna begins the Ras Leela. Lord Shiva also starts dancing. And it is explained at one particular point of time, Lord Krishna indicated to all the gopis that all of you stop dancing, and then he took the flute and he started playing a beautiful tune. And hearing that tune, Lord Shiva, he forgot who he was and he started jumping and dancing in ecstasy that he could not consciously maintain his form as a gopi. And he was exposed with his snake and skulls and which was everything hidden in the dress of a gopi. Everything fell off and all that remained was skulls and bones and the crescent moon. And then Krishna stopped playing the flute. And then suddenly Lord Shiva stopped and he saw that everybody is looking at him. And then Lord Shiva fell at the feet of Krishna. He said, my dear Lord, I wanted to see this, so I could not help it. He said, I bless you. You have pleased me and all the gopis by doing what you did today. So I bless you that one day you will be able to get to become a gopi. So then that's a different pastime. When you come in Vrindavan Yatra, I will explain how Lord Shiva actually becomes a gopi. So this is the innocence of Lord Shiva with which he serves. Therefore he is known as Bholenath, the innocent Lord. He blesses anyone. He is known as Ashutosh, who is easily pleased. You don't need to do so many things to please him. Actually you can be demoniac and please him. That is his nature. Unconditional blessing. So for Vaishnavas tomorrow when we go, Srila Prabhupada says, just as gopis pray to Katyayani for the favor of Krishna. Similarly, devotees, Vaishnavas, they pray to Lord Shiva for the blessings of Krishna in the material world. That is the importance of it. So tomorrow please keep meditating on His innocent and most merciful nature and pray that by the blessings of such a great Vaishnava as he is, that our hearts are filled in loving service of the Lord. Lord Shiva, his nature to serve Krishna is so intense that wherever Krishna has to appear, wherever Ram has to appear, before that Lord Shiva appears. Therefore, Lord Shiva is known as Kshetrapal, one who is the protector of the Dham. Wherever Krishna has performed pastime, wherever there is Krishna avatar, there has to be Lord Shiva first there, because he is the protector of the Dham. Barsana, Nandagram we have Nandishwar Mahadev. In Govardhan we have Chakleshwar Mahadev. In Mathura we have Bhuteshwar and Kaviteshwar Mahadev. In Kamyavar and Vrindavan we have Kameshwar Mahadev who is protecting. In Vrindavan, Gopishwar Mahadev and what is that? In Vrindavan, Gopishwar Mahadev is protecting that dham. So in all the holy places, Lord Shiva is present. So therefore, with the mood of taking blessings of Lord Shiva, to please Krishna, we should be doing our walk tomorrow. Also, please constantly be chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. That pleases Lord the most. That pleases Shiva the most. Those who have primary faith in Lord Shiva, please maintain that. There is no problem. But otherwise, for Vaishnavas, you can chant Hare Krishna. That is a greater pleasure to Lord Himself. Because Lord Shiva receives the devotees as those, oh, these are the devotees of my Master. So you all are in a special category tomorrow. So He'll be waiting to receive all of you who have come from so far and who are staying in such ordinary rooms today. No hot water facility. This is your service, your austerity you are offering to Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva. Shri Kedarnath Ji ki. Okay, some very important announcements. Please don't miss. And those devotees who are not here, please go and inform your other colleague devotees. First, we are serving Ekadashi Prasadam now itself to all the devotees. So please collect from the counter. We will be given 2 packets of some farsan, 2 packets of sweets, 2 packets of dry fruit, and 2 apples. So one is on the way and one is written. Tomorrow we are going to leave sharp at 3 o'clock in the morning. The reason being is there is extremely heavy traffic here, and our actual walk will begin after the distance of 5 kilometers. So the buses will drop us till that final point, and from there we'll start walking. So if we don't leave at 3, it will take us 4 hours to go to cross those 5 kilometers. And in case we get stuck, we have to just get down the bus and walk. So we have to leave sharp at 3. The buses will be leaving. If somebody gets late, if we get late, you have to wait. But if we don't get late, means the buses, then we'll have to walk. Because we cannot wait. Now tomorrow there is no counting who will sit in which bus. The moment there are 20-25 devotees, one bus will immediately leave. And they'll drop you at some particular point. The khachar is of the return cost of the horse will be something around 2000 rupees. If he asks something more, just pay and take the horse and start moving. The dolis are a little bit expensive, they'll take 4000 rupees or more if your weight is more. Those people who feel that their children can walk, but still I would recommend that they should carry an extra horse with them as a backup. That's extremely essential. Because our walk, those who have come to Gomukh, this is more intense than Gomukh. It's the toughest of all walks in the four dham. It's a 17-kilometer walk with the steepness of Yamunotri. Yamunotri was just 7 kilometers. So this is 17 and 17, so 34 almost like. And if your buses get stuck, then extra 5. So our target is to start walking at 5 in the morning. Now listen carefully. We have to keep a target of reaching Kedarnath by 11. If you start walking at 5, even if you start walking at 6, with a very comfortable, slow and steady walk, you should reach there by 11 or 11:30. If you start walking at 5, you should reach ideally by 10:30. But we give a time of little bit more, 1.5 hours. The moment you reach there, don't spend time looking for the fellow devotees. Just try to find where is the line for taking darshan. If you pay a bit extra, you can get some pujaris will come to you. The moment they see that you are from cities, they will come. If you want special darshan, give me 500 rupees, 200 rupees. He will take you in shortcut. Do that. Don't waste time in the long line. Take darshan and immediately start walking back. Don't wait for so many other devotees to finish. And when you reach, if you reach early, the buses won't be there for you to pick you up and drop you, because the buses will wait till 7 in the evening for the last devotee to come. So those who, suppose you reach by 3 or 4, you are coming down, or say 5, there will be so many local vehicles which come. They will charge 10 or 15 rupees to come here to Sitapur. All you have to say, Sitapur tak humko chhod do. So 2 or 3 devotees can get in that tempo or that bus or that whatever. So they'll drop you. It's just a 15-20 minute distance. So remember our hotel Kedarnath, Sitapur. We can drop you anywhere, somewhere here, and you can just walk. Anyway, Sitapur is a little bit ahead. If he does not come till here, then you will just have to walk extra 1.5 kilometers. Last Kedarnath Yatra, in the morning we lost a couple of hours. Instead of beginning to walk at 5, the devotees tentatively started walking by 9 and 10. So they did not come till 9 or 10 in the night. And then it's pitch dark outside. You can see how dark it is. The beautiful waters which appear in the day, they appear horrific in the night. When you are standing in this dark and you hear the sound of water, it appears scary in the mountains. In the day it is thrilling, it's very beautiful, and it's spiritually rejuvenating. In the night it appears very horrific. We are not fearless people. So please carry your torch, please carry your raincoats without fail, because last time hailstorms started falling and devotees got stuck badly. So you must carry, each one must carry his own backpack. The husband should not think that let me serve my family and carry all the of oneself. Or the wife should not think like that, or the brother or the sister or mother, father. Basically each one carry your own, because it is highly likely that you won't be able to come together. That is a certain possibility. So you should carry your own backpack with your own raincoat. And in any case, the children should be constantly accompanied by one of the parents. So if you have one child, either of the parent can manage. If you have 2, one parent can manage one child, other can manage the other. or you can decide, but somebody has to manage. Hot water facility starts at 2 a.m. in the morning, and we are not going to wait for any devotee beyond 3 a.m. I'm just reading, don't curse me. Please carry your torches. This is based on our last Kedarnath Yatra, because some devotees got stuck and it was very dark in the mountains. You could not see anything. So please carry your torch, raincoat without fail. And the food we are giving is more than enough for you. Please don't have any doubt. Whenever you feel a little bit hungry, just take that. There will be drinks available. If you want to drink, whatever you can drink. So if we all are going together, most likely we'll be together up, and most likely we'll come back down together. So it will be fine. Should be no problem. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions for tomorrow's walk? Yes. Helicopter facility is not available. So Sarvabhauma Prabhu says all refund will be given to you at Rishikesh. Full refund. Unfortunately, because the government has cancelled some license of 2 or 3 companies, and other companies did not get license this time.